Yeah, baby, this is where it all starts. Let's get out there and ball.
Opening night and time for our State Farm lineups. First, for the Nuggets, Lawson out there with Iguodala. And in the middle, the long-bodied JaVale McGee. Absolutely elastic. Then it's Wilson Chandler, and it's Fareed in at the 4 spot. And for Philadelphia, Holiday out there with Richardson. And inside, a towering 7-footer, maybe the most imposing big man in the game. All-star center, Andrew Bynum. Then it's Evan Turner, and it's Young in at power forward.
You know, Denver has always been known as a tough team at home, but they were not pushovers on the road last season either. I mean, it's a big part of how they were able to get back into the playoffs and push the Lakers to 7 games in that first round last year.
So the Nuggets win the tip. Norman steps out onto the floor, and he's got to be excited. His very first taste of playing time in an NBA game.
He's one of the players who got a ton of attention leading up to the draft, and rightfully so. He's an amazing talent.
Yeah, you know, Steve, he was high on every team's wish list. You knew somebody was going to make him a first-round draft choice, and this is it, his chance to show what he's capable of.
Now here is Holiday. Young, back to Holiday. Kicks it to right, puts up a 3. And Holiday kicks to Hawes. Over Lawson, that shot's good from Hawes. Hawes got his first basket of the night.
Been a little too easy for them inside, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Steve. I mean, they've really dictated the action in the paint. That's been their focus, and the defense hasn't mounted much resistance at all.
Here's Holiday. Young left side. From deep. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Both sides really coming out of the gate firing here.
Guys, they look like they were raring to go in this one. A lot of offense early on.
Here's Cool Hands. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got 3 assists tonight. Norman with his first bucket in the NBA. What a feeling he's got to have right now.
Well, he's probably not a player who you're going to say is, one of the best at any particular area, but he brings plenty to the table in a variety of ways. He's a solid player.
That he does, Steve, and in a lot of ways that you can't necessarily see in numbers when you talk attitude, work ethic, how he plays his role and embraces that, the kind of intangibles that you only notice when you watch him over a period of time.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Nuggets.
See the show and make yourself heard. Come out and support your hometown Nuggets. Multiple game packages still available to see Cool Hands, one of the best in the league. So come out and welcome our sensational new rookie.
Always a pleasure to have you with us. The season officially underway. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Yeah, this team is on the same page, no question. They're right where they need to be offensively.
And they're hitting their scores with on-time and on-target passes, too. That's fun to watch.
Denver in the lead, and they're starting off the season playing the 76ers here.
Well, some called their series last year kind of a measuring stick for which conference was the better one, and they represented their conference pretty well.
And the 3 ball is good. Cool Hands got 6 points. The 76ers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. There's the dish to right. Lets the 3 fly. Brewer grabs the board. Well, Steve just talked about it. These teams were in very similar positions in their respective conference standings last season.
And, Kevin, they made their conference look pretty good by taking both of those games.
Here's Cool Hands. Inside to Randolph. Rebound by the 76ers.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, through the first third of last season, the Philadelphia 76ers were sitting atop the Atlantic and among the top teams in the East. But then they hit a wall. Most significantly, their offense really struggled. And it was interesting that even though their defensive philosophy was to force other teams into mid-range jump shots, all too often they settled for these shots themselves. So even though their caution offensively kept their turnovers down, their shooting percentages were pretty abysmal. Kevin will see if this season they can attack a bit more to get some higher percentage looks.
We will indeed. Thank you, Doris.
An open lane right there. Pretty much saw the daylight he wanted and took advantage.
He had great opportunity, and he seized it without much hesitation.
Yeah, a little too easy, if you ask me. The defense really needs to tighten things up here.
They grabbed their own miss. Misses the layup. The 76ers trail by 4. 1:27 left to play here in the second quarter. And blocked. Allen, that's good.
You know, not everything's falling for them, but they're definitely capitalizing on their second efforts.
Well, you know you're going to miss shots in this game, so you've got to attack the boards and continue to get yourself second chance opportunities. That's exactly what they're doing.
Randolph passes to Miller, using his post move to get the 2 points.
And defensively, you want to keep the ball as far away from the hoop as possible.
Yeah, because he's too good inside, Steve. I mean, he'll make you pay every time in there.
With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. The Nuggets, number 1.
Wasn't it fun to watch this club, the way they moved the ball and shared it and played so unselfishly? That's why you saw those great assist numbers.
And Young gets to Turner. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Inside. Tipped. Young with the ball. He has 5. There's 37 seconds left in the first half of the game. From past the arc, and that one's good. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
Here's Cool Hands, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Andrew Bynum's checked in for Hawes. Young comes in for Lavoy Allen. Jason Richardson is checked in for Darrell Wright. And it's Holiday in for Evan Turner. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. 76ers lead by 1. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Now, presented by Sprint.
The spookiest day of the year, Halloween. It's really not that scary. Not during the 2K Sports halftime report, anyway. The 76ers battling hard in this one. The NBA pecking order still being determined. They're looking to get over 500 and to stay there. With 2 quarters left to play, they've been an offensive juggernaut, scoring with impunity. Also, a strong first half for Denver. A precision offensive attack, maximizing possessions. They're avoiding turnovers. It's just a beautiful game tonight. That'll be all for us here at the studios as we head back to the start of the third quarter with Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris. Thanks so much for joining me.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast.
Chandler playing very well. He has 15 points, and from long range, he's got a three-pointer to his credit as well.
Yeah, Clark, he's shown he can hit that shot. I think he could really make it a weapon for himself if he keeps at it.
The 76ers leading.
Well, the 76ers didn't really make any drastic changes heading into last year, preferring to just let their core grow. And I thought that worked for the most part. You know, they really played well early in the season, but it was kind of disconcerting to see them fade the way they did late in the year.
Now Young. 8 points for him. Outside Holiday. For the lead. Good! Holiday's got 11 points. Just 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Norman. And that's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. 76ers on top, leading by just 1. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
This Friday night, Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers take on Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. Do not miss it.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Now, let's check in with Doris Burke for the Sprite Uncontainable Game. Doris?
Well, Kev, the 76ers have had the uncontainable game in this one. They had a plan to get an edge in this one, and they executed it perfectly. Hard to see them giving this one away in the final period.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve, and Doris, and the rest of the crew, Kevin Harlan saying see you next time.
It's just a public service announcement.
Tonight, you made your NBA debut coming off the bench. Were you hoping for more minutes, or was this still a successful beginning to your career?
It was a good start. You know, I'm grateful to have any role at all in helping this team win games. I'm happy to come off the bench right now if that's what Coach thinks is best. I have a lot of respect for the veteran players here, so for now, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and learn as much as I can. One day I hope I can become a leader on this team, but now's not the time for that. Otherwise, I'm just excited to get further into the season and see what this team can do.